So to conclude, Zunar, based on the aforementioned evidence, it is irrefutable that Joseph is the best Joestar in that... Oh crap, we're live. Hello! My name is Schtolteheim, and welcome to Zwei, the Arges adventure. I will be your tour guide for the preceding 2.5 hours of magical nonsense, and joining me on commentary is my go-to punster pal. Insert name here, please.
My name is Zunar. I'm here for memes and puns, basically.
Alright, I believe roughly translated he was saying, Schtolteheim, I want to kill you for making me commentate on such short notice again.
Pretty much.
Right, so before we start this run, we've got to name our characters, and as a consequence of my crippling lack of wit, I asked the Falcom RTA Discord to name my characters for me, and the answers they come up with were Stop and Dying, because they have such faith in me. I also asked them... I also asked them whether or not to bring a cat or dog with me, because you do have the choice, and they chose a cat by a margin of 1-0. To the one person who voted, yes, you're correct. Thank you. I then asked the Falcom General Discord to name my cat, and the one suggestion they came up with, and by far the best one, was cat. Thanks, Hatsu! So, with that, we're all ready to go. Timing will start once I click OK here. So, 3, 2, 1.
You didn't say go.
You know what I mean. So immediately upon starting the game, we've got quite a bit to talk about here. For starters, oh my god, this game is gorgeous. Yes, this is the PC version, and it's nearly 20 years old, so it's nearly as old as me, and yet in comparison, I have aged much worse. Just about everything in this game is hand-drawn, except for the boss fights and one particularly spoilery thing. But we'll be getting to that in the coming hours. For now, we've got to go to church. It's like I never left the Midwest. Our two main characters on this journey are Pipiro and Pokkel, or as the Falcom RTA Discord prefers, Stop and Dying. Stop is a filterless fashionista who has absolutely no filter. And I just said that already, I'm completely redundant.
Nice.
And Pokkel is, well, he's a tryhard. That's his character.
You mean dying, right?
Oh, right, yes, dying. Unfortunately, we've got some intruders in the area. In particular, this one person who actually goes nothing personnel on this guard here, and has decided to ransack our village and its idols. Unfortunately, unfortunately, Maskface here knows how to teleport, so he gets away with the 6 idols intact, despite the fact that, you know, we could have just ran toward him. Dying, stop being stupid, please. But Stop does not despair in the face of this adversity. The local rich kid of the mansion, rich kid of the area, Numa, has offered a 100,000 penny reward for anybody who can bring back the 6 idols to the village. And for Stop, that means clothes. And Stop absolutely cannot live without her clothes. So immediately we're going to buy a Power Stone and Push Mittens. The Power Stone is necessary to not deal 1 damage, and the Push Mittens are a quest item which will come into use later. Now we're going to head to Hippolyta Hill. And if you listen closely, because this game's volume balance is completely messed up, there's a cat stuck in the well down here. So we gotta go to this tent, pick up some rope, and go down and rescue it. Meet Cat! Cat is cute. Yes, Pokkel does have a tail, but it's entirely for show. No, I don't know where he attaches it, and no, I don't want to know. So immediately we're gonna bring the cat... So immediately we're going to bring the cat with us. You can do two things with the cat. You can either take it with you, in which case I'm going to set its AI to actually do nothing for the time being, or you can leave it at home to veg out and lounge. Unfortunately, the cat is a strong, independent cat who don't need no house, and he will immediately break out on his own.
That's what cats do, right?
Yes, I'm taking a lot of damage, and while it is partially because I'm bad at the game, it's also partially because I'm doing a bit of a buffer strat here by tanking exactly 7 damage. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because this dragon here deals 22 damage. So now I can crit it to death because I have 1 health and Danger Mario. All for the sake of obtaining a banana. So the interesting thing about this game is that you don't level up by obtaining quests or by completing missions or killing monsters. You get it by eating food. For example, I just leveled up by eating a banana.
Oh, banana.
Yes, cue Donkey Kong references here. It's a shame we don't have DK64 being played in this marathon. The game is also interspersed with very light puzzle elements, and by very light, I mean this is stuff that 5-year-olds could solve, which is why I couldn't solve this my first time through. And we're through. Immediately we get a backpack extender, which extends our backpack, and we're going to immediately warp back to Puck Village. This game is available on Steam, as well as Japanese-only releases on PS2 and PSP. Though, frankly, none of those are worth your time anymore, because the Steam version is the definitive version of this game. Please support Exceed. The next area we're heading into is Caiaphas Woods, which is where we should have gone right off of the bat, but, speedruns don't really like doing things in order. And I also don't like making any sense.
Doing things in order? No way.
No, that's for sissies. So the push mittens are needed to push heavy objects, and you can only do it with Pockle, so I'm going to push that out of the way. Hit that little bank there, which contains some food, which is always welcome. And head over to the next area, which contains another mini-boss rush. Well, more like a mook rush. I should probably stop calling it bosses. But digressing, this is pretty much the bread and butter of the game. You've got mook rushes, you've got very basic puzzles, and you've got some relatively basic pathfinding. It's a dungeon crawler at its most basic, but the food system is really what matters the most here. Yes, this game can be played with a controller. In fact, the other person who speedruns this game, Eagle Captain, does use a controller, and it's about 17 times harder, so he's probably a lot better at it than I am. We just picked up another Venture Wing. These can be used to travel to any previous place that you visited, although they are limited somewhat. And I need to shut up now, because this is one of the hardest areas in the game, actually. Oop. Excuse me, please. I don't want anything to do with you.
This is a marathon. You need to talk, Schtolteheim.
I need my serious time, Zuner. You don't interrupt me in my serious time.
Serious time in a speedrun?
Yes! What, you think this is joke? Also, why am I taking the long way around? See, this is why I need serious time. If I don't, I screw it up. Excuse me, please. Thank you.
Game. Why you have to be mad?
The main reason I'm trying to be serious in this stage is because the enemies deal quite a bit of damage toward you in a very short time. So, oh dear. Excuse me, please.
Invincibility frames are not a thing in this game.
Yeah, you have next to zero invincibility frames. So I need to be really careful with those enemies, because if they trap me in a corner or they get me in the wrong place, then I'm just flat out dead. My only real defense against them is charge attacks, which accumulate when I get a chain of 5 or more attacks in a row without missing, or getting hit, or by using critical hits, which is what that bar on the bottom right of the screen is for. Yes, invisibility flames. I can't English right now.
English is hard, dude.
I know, it's like one of the dumbest languages.
It's so common nowadays.
I will try to turn Zunar up a bit, but he's already at 200% volume on Discord, and I can't turn him any higher. So, merchant here, I'm gonna sell my Power Stone and head back over to the entrance. Because I completely forgot to mention this village we're in. That was the Sylvan Woods, and we've been given a side quest to go find a lost girl who ran away from home. Or something. Oh, bomb. Thank you. No. The dungeons are not randomly generated. They're the same layout each time, even though, for all intents and purposes, it looks randomly generated. I can never remember the layout of, like, half of this game, because it all looks the same.
I like how there's just random doors in the middle of nowhere. That's just hilarious.
Yeah. Especially the ones in Canopy that, frankly, should have burned down by now. So this is, some fairy whose name I forgot. I don't know, I skip all the text. And she was about to get burned at the stake, I want to say? I'm not sure what she was doing there, but that's kind of graphic for a kid's game. But either way, we've rescued her, and now she can go back to the Sylvan Woods after this obnoxiously long cutscene.
Yay, cutscenes!
I know, right? So now I can go back to the Sylvan Woods.
Cutscenes with riveting conversations that we skip all the way through.
Yeah, riveting conversations that consist almost entirely of... So with that, we got the water key, and we can use that to get back to the Pebble Gardens midpoint and unlock a new area, which I'm going to do right now. But not before we get another conversation with these two bumbling morons. I forgot to introduce them earlier because they're that unnoteworthy. They are Tom and Natalia, two wandering adventurers who just do things. I don't know, I kind of...
tutorial crew.
Yeah, I don't know, I kind of forgot this game's plot. Anyway.
This game has plot?
No! Anyway, neat little glitch you can do here. If you attack on the same frame that you start sliding on these things, you can cancel your momentum by switching and get where you're not supposed to. The game does not want me to get to that specific point in the level that early, so I'm going to eat this item, and immediately I'm level 5. Now just gonna head back out this way, and oh dear, I just nearly died.
Stop dying.
I'm trying, man! Flying by the seat of my britches here. Get another item here, and now I'm level 6. You're obviously not supposed to be this high level this early in the game, so I'm kinda going to be steamrolling through everything for the next 5 or so minutes. Excuse me, thank you.
There's just balloons randomly in your path. That's funny.
I know, of all the things they could have had you break, they chose balloons.
This is not earthbound and sticking random pencil and eraser statues in the way.
Yeah. So, we can perform another ice slide cancel thing, whatever you call it here, to immediately get to the end of this level. And with that, we get our first magic jewel. This is the water gem, and Pipiro is now the best character in the game because the water jewel is broken.
You mean stop, right?
Yes. Just feel free to auto-correct me for the rest of this run, why don't you?
I am your autocorrect, Total. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. So now we can head back to the Caiaphas midpoint and go through this level. The reason why water magic is broken is because it has an excellent knockback effect on all enemies that it hits, and since it has a lingering, slow projectile hitbox, that means it combos into itself. So it's an incredible tool for quickly getting chains. And since chains are pretty much my bread and butter as far as combat is concerned, this is a really useful tool. Through this area here. I'm sorry if the game's lagging. I'm not sure what is going wrong. Streamlabs says I don't have any dropped frames, but if something's going wrong, I'll try to fix it as best I can. But anyway, we're through the area, and on to the first boss fight. Zwei does not pull its punches when it comes to bosses, and this one in particular is probably the hardest in the game, so I'm gonna need some bless RNGs up in here.
I'll get you started.
I have no idea whether or not I'm gonna live this fight.
Stop dying.
Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, I can't keep up the facade. That's the easiest boss in the game. I just did a horrible job at it. That's actually the worst first boss I've ever had. Right, we're just gonna forget that happened.
What boss?
But the first idol is already ours. So we're already well on our way to reclaiming the 6 idols. Now we can go back to Puck. Go in here. Oh, nothing I can exchange. Alright, I'm gonna clean out my inventory a bit by stuffing my face.
That's exactly how you clean out your inventory, by eating everything.
I know, right? One interesting thing about this game is that if you pick up 10 of the same type of food item, you can trade it in at a vendor in Puck to get a drastically better food item as far as experience is concerned. So the later part of the run revolves heavily around saving up certain types of food and then trading them in to get a well-deserved experience boost. Anyway, you just saw me head to Trapoka Lake in order to get a quest item, and then into Mount St. Canopy, the next major area of the game. And, yeah, I don't really like this area all that much. Mount St. Canopy is a window into how painful this run's midgame is. Because once we get past, I want to say, the second idol, this run starts going very far downhill very quickly.
So this is where the run starts heating up, right?
Oh, stop it!
You knew I had to make that joke.
And I'm caught without any charge attacks. That's actually kind of bad. Okay, good. I'm through, though. Not having charge attacks is quite slow when you come to areas that require it, because a lot of enemies get all bunched up, and that lends itself to charge attacks, but you can't really charge attack them if you don't have any charges. Fortunately, this stage is almost over. I'm just gonna power my way through. I said power my way through. Okay, get the persimmon and go. Another food roulette. Got more of those flan things. I shouldn't have eaten them earlier. I could have traded them in for something. Those enemies will stone you if they hit you, which is not what we want, so I try to run past them, and we're through. Whew, my throat is dry already. So the reason we need the hook rope is so that we can access these next levels, like so. The only problem with the hook rope is that it kind of sucks. You can't have any other attacking item equipped while you have the hook rope on, so you have to constantly alternate. And these enemies can go die. Nobody likes them. Because they're immune to water magic, which means you have to switch off of the water jewel and then take care of them that way, combined with a whole bunch of other enemies. Nice piece of equipment that I can buy. Well, not buy, but just to put on for now. Carry you. Nice food item I can pick up there. I'm gonna eat it right now, even though I'm at full health, because what is logic? I can ignore these guys, and then I can pick up another Doriaki, and then try not to die. Oh, jeez. Get away from me!
Die.
Okay, we're good. Oh boy. Do not like this kill room because it has a whole bunch of those... Oh dear. I am completely surrounded. Okay. This is not... This is absolutely not going well. Freaking die! Okay.
Freaking die?
Look, I'm doing my best here. This runs a mile a minute. Right, but that's through. That kill area is just incredibly obnoxious. They flood you with enemies, and that is basically what the next hour of this run is going to be. One more food roulette here. I can just push away most of these enemies, and I'm through. Whew, okay, welcome to the Salamander's Den. This is the next major village area, and like the Sylvan Woods, it has another side quest to do. So...
Yay, side quests. Everyone loves side quests.
So we've got to go back to Puck. Oh, wait, hold on, no. I need to go do another thing first. I need to go to Detonate Desert, where I can find this vendor who's just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. His name's Reginev. I can sell these boots for 5,000 penny, which is a lot, and I'm going to buy 7 dynamites.
5,000 penny, that's the whole 50 bucks. You're rich.
I know, it's ridiculous. For reference, you fellows in the chat, this was a PC RPG made by Falcom in 2001. So, if it does look like a mobile game, that's because, well, for all intents and purposes, it has the same specs. This game's nearly 20 years old. So, we've completed the item for the side quest, now we can bring it back to a fellow.
Fuck this time out.
And we get the Wind Key. If you were here about 15 minutes ago, you can probably guess what this is going to be used for. Now I'm gonna buy a few adventure wings to tide me over, gonna stuff my face. And now, back to Caiaphas.
You gotta use the wind key to open the Earth Temple, right?
Kind of. Also, some of you who watched this run at the Falcom RTA Marathon might have noticed that there's no longer a screeching noise in your ears whenever I switch characters. That was one of the big complaints people had about this run. Because normally there's a sort of like whistle screeching sound whenever you switch characters because the game really wants you to know that you've switched characters. But that annoyed just about everybody and their mother. So I replaced it with the sound from Zwei 2.
Yay, backporting.
It should work a lot better now. main gimmick of this area is that there's a bunch of wind buffeting me around all over the place. But as long as I keep moving and using the fact that you move faster diagonally against walls to my advantage, it's not that much of a problem. Whoa, okay.
So you're saying this is a breeze?
Would you just stop?
Stop dying, you mean?
Ah! Okay, in all seriousness though, the main problem with this stage is this massive kill room. It's spread out, it has enemies absolutely everywhere, and it's just not all that fun. So I'm hoping I can get through it within a decent amount of time.
Gotta go fast.
You do gotta. Okay, where's the last guy? Where is he? Oh, the door was open, it just didn't tell me. Thanks, game. But we're through. I don't blame you for missing this game, Crafty Dog. It was only released in Japan, in the PlayStation 2. This game was not released in English until earlier this year. So, it took a good 16 years to actually get the game over here. Excuse me. Now into the next area. I'm gonna safety save here because I'm probably gonna die at least once in this place. This is Clop Caverns, and this is not fun.
Stop dying.
Look, I'm trying, man. Main annoyance with this stage is... pardon me. Main annoyance with this stage is these mushrooms everywhere that you have to push. And that would be annoying enough on its own, but you can only push them with Pockle. So, an already problematic RPG mechanic is a whole lot worse. Okay. One thing that is nice about using Pockle in this stage, though, is that if you look closely, his sitar is absorbing all of the magic from these enemies that comes my way. He can then output that magic back at enemies. And yes, I just took a screenshot.
Good screenshot. Reminder that these two characters are like, what, 13, 14?
Yes, both of these characters are 14. And both of them swear like sailors. Okay. One nice touch, though, is that you can use the push mittens to make Pockle push the things faster. And I just opened up an enemy. That's not something I wanted to do. Oh, sitar? I mean, the game calls it a qatar, but I don't know whether that's an actual thing. So I just call it sitar because I'm a sucker for Song of the Ocean. Excuse me, please. I'm getting confused. Can I get out of here, please? I took one wrong dead end. Please don't. Okay.
How dare you get lost?
I know, I'm just despicable. But that's through. But that's only one of the 4 stages in Clop we have to do. Fortunately, though, we're only doing 2 of them right now. Get me some more food, and level 7. Oh. I actually didn't know katars were weapons. Okay. The more you know. What is this game, you ask? This is a dungeon-crawling action RPG from the people that brought you Ys, Legend of Heroes, and Panorama To. Don't look that up, please. Do a safety save here real quick. And now heading down to the next area we have to do. This is the reason I needed dynamite. These rocks can only be blown up with it. So steer clear, put some more on my hotbar, and we're good to go. Ah, yes, Tokyo's End. This area is not fun in the slightest. And I'm already nearly dead. Okay, please, let me go. I'm just a boy. Alright, I'm through. Those sort of lobster-looking enemy things can deal a whole bunch of damage on me, because I'm not supposed to be this low level in this area. I'm supposed to have completed one of the other bosses first, but ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm completing this area first because it's more relevant to multitasking. Charge attack this guy. Well, if you want to dive more into Dragon Slayer, you could check out the run of Legacy of the Wizard, aka Dragon Slayer 4, that was run on this channel last night. The VOD should probably be uploaded by now, so if you're so inclined, feel free to give it a look. Additionally, since Trails in the Sky is technically considered part of the same series, as is the Trails sub-series in general, you can check out Legend of Heroes Cold Steel 2, which I believe is being run on Thursday. Oh, good lord, dogs! This is what I get for not bringing the cat. Excuse me. I actually totally forgot that that was there.
Stop dying.
Is that all you can say?
Yeah.
God, why did I bring you on this?
Because you begged me to do someone.
Okay, it's okay, yeah, but I'm just spamming wind magic here because I have lobotomized my brain to do nothing but mash right-click. So if you're hearing that on my microphone, then I apologize, but it's basically all I'm going to be doing for the next 2 hours. Whoa, where did you come from? And we're through to the Gnome Protectorate.
What a word. Protectorate.
Yes, these runs are being uploaded to YouTube in the form of VODs. They've got pretty good turnaround time, so I wouldn't be surprised if this run is up on YouTube by the end of tomorrow. Anyway, we've got another side quest to do, because of course we do. We've got to go get wine for this guy, because he's thirsty.
That's what you want immediately when you're thirsty, right? Wine?
Uh-huh. Just about the only person we know who could have wine is the mayor of town, Piotr, and for whatever reason he is all the way out in the desert. Wait. What? He's supposed to be here.
Hello?
Excusez-moi? Excuse me, please?
What did you do?
Are you lying to me, Elder? Yeah, he's supposed to be there. I don't know why he's not. Add that to the that's never happened before counter. Maybe he'll be here if I reload the area. No, he's not here. What?
What did you forget to do?
I don't know what I forgot to do!
You forgot to play the game.
Oh, I think I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to actually go beat the boss.
Good job.
For those out of the loop, this run has had a whole slew of route changes within the past month or so. The estimate for this game, when I submitted it, was 3 hours, 20 minutes, and as you can see, that has basically been thrown out the window. So, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I used to do here and I don't do there, but I do now, and I'm just getting completely confused. Right.
Marathon nerves, yay!
Yeah. What was that about me being good? Because I don't think it applies anymore.
Say again, stop dying.
Okay, that wasn't even a death, that was just a derp, come on. Give me some credit here, man.
Stop derping, man.
That's better. It's just a shame that doesn't fit within the character limit.
No derps. There you go.
No Johns allowed.
No John.
Okay. This is not a kill room, fortunately, but I'm nearly dead anyway, oh dear.
Stop dying.
Oh, Venture Wing, I actually want to pick that up. One annoying thing about running this game is that while there are a whole bunch of shortcuts for everything, a lot of stuff you still have to do manually. For example, all of the items on my hotbar have to be accessed with the function keys, and reaching across to the function keys while I'm already WASDing is not fun. But whatever, we're through, and now it's on to the next boss, and while I was kinda derping around and debating when I said that the first boss was difficult, this one is actually difficult, because you can waste a whole bunch of your time.
Gotta go fast.
Alright, so this is Arges here, and Arges has a very unfortunate moveset. Alright, Rain of Fire is what I want to see. Okay, he's actually cooperating quite a bit. Or she, I should say, I don't know, they don't specify the gender on these things. And now I gotta go. When this boss's HP gets to a certain threshold, it will run away and attempt to heal itself. I think it's gonna hit that threshold right about now. Yes, it is. So I need to kill it before then, and fortunately, I managed to pull it off. Right. So with that, we get the second of our 6 idols on our quest, and Piotr should be in the desert now. I say should, because if he's not, I'm getting clipped. Okay, survey says... Hello! Alright, now I can go back to Puck and actually do the thing I'm supposed to do. Can I exchange anything? No, I can't. We need to talk to the mayor's daughter to get the wine we want, the bow and arrows, which, I'll admit, that's actually a pretty good fun. And in order to progress the plot, we do have to drop off the idols. So I need to take a quick visit to the shrine. Yeah, I know, a speedrun route working? By my standards, that's incredible. So now that we've placed the idols, we can get our next puzzle-related item, which can be found in this boisterous mansion here, owned by the local real estate mogul, I want to say? Either way, his name is Numa. Hey, good Numa RNG, thank you. For our services, we get a magnet. I'm sorry, you were saying?
That's a good RNG in a marathon? No way.
I know, it's why? And why am I going out the door? I can just venture wing back to no protectorate. I got my nerves getting to me. So, we give the bow and arrows to the Elder, who may or may not have been bamboozling us this whole time, but either way, we get the fire key. Excuse me. I'm going to take...
Fire key opens the water dungeon, right?
Yep. I'm going to take a quick detour to buy some more Venture Wings. Alright, that should be good. And then back to... Canopy. Yeah, this game has a lot of optimization left to do. It's been optimized quite a lot as it stands, because the last time I ran this game in a marathon 2 months ago, my time was like 3:10, and now my PB is 1:58, so a whole ton of time has been shaved off just by virtue of another runner doing this game. Oh, yeah, thanks for the vote of confidence there, Hoppy.
Watch Gnome get in on this and destroy it heading to the north.
Okay, one enemy left to kill, and it's dead. That's nice. Head through this area here. I've got a full charge attack list lined up, so I'll probably need to expend some of those at some point. Oh, right, this area. There's an item that I want in that chest here, but it's guarded by the entire army of the Soviet Union, so I need to blast my way through them. Excuse me, there we go. Then I need to kill just about everything in this room.
Mass genocide! Yay!
Yeah, you know, just like the Soviet Union. I don't know why that was the first country that came to my mind when I tried to list national armies as a point for my joke, but I guess that's just a study into how my demented mind works. Crit this guy to death because he's annoying.
So he's been hiding in this game all along.
Yep. He's been hiding in Japan. This area is a bit weird. It introduces objective signs where you can only unlock the gate associated with them by completing a certain objective. In the case of this area, I need to kill exactly 8 enemies. No more and no less. So, gonna take out this guy, charge attack him, that should get the other guy. And then I don't know if I have 1 or 2 left. Alright, I have 2. Charge attack homing is not always reliable, as you just saw. And there should be 1 other enemy over here. Yes, there is. Whenever I use the F12 button to activate an item on my hotbar, I take a screenshot, so that's what you're seeing right there. And we've got 8 of 8, and that gets us a hamburger. I don't know how it isn't cooked beyond belief by now, considering we're in a volcano, but I will take it.
Better than getting out of the garbage can. Like Earthbound.
The rest of this stage is not much of an issue, I just have to kind of push my way through everything. And assuming I have the capability left in my fingers to do that, we should be good, and we're good. And now we've got the Fire Gem. This is one of my personal favorites, because while it doesn't have much range, it does have quite a bit of power behind it, and it's very fast. So I'm going to use it to truck through the next areas of Pebble that we have to trudge through. These lifts are what we needed the battery for back in the Gnome Protectorate. And the magnet is used for pulling these statues out of the way. Compiled screenshots with no context? I've probably got, like, 70 or something screenshots just from this week alone lying on my desktop. So, I don't know, if you want me to unleash those, I most certainly will.
Do it.
If you watched the Falcom RTA run of this, this area is drastically different from what it was 2 months ago. We used to get an item in this area called the Tuning Fork, which unlocked an optional dungeon that allowed us to collect something called the Water Scroll. We thought this was necessary in order to get through the later areas of the game, just because of how good it was. But we've routed it out now. And we skipped a whole bunch of other stuff, too. For instance, we no longer use the pet for anything other than healing. And speaking of healing, I forgot to set its status back to heal.
Stop forgetting things.
Look, I don't have my notes.
Unprofessional.
What do you want me to do? Just have a whole bunch of paper flapping around on the microphone?
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. This is another kill-all room, and an obnoxious one at that, because all of these enemies are spread out over this massive corridor, and all of them take quite a few hits to kill. And I'm out of charge attacks. Okay, now I finally have a charge attack, as everything is dead. Doesn't matter now, though. We are in Undine land. And as a result of this place getting basically no visitors, they attempted to convert it into a theme park. And failed miserably. Because they still don't get any visitors. So, naturally, like the other 3 villages, they've got a side quest for us. They want us to help expand their reach, for lack of a better term. So, she's going to give us a poster that we need to put up in Puck.
Yeah, sure. Just trek through this land of level 12 enemies, is it?
Yeah.
Survive through all that, and you can come to this theme park.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Because, you know, everybody else is level 12 by now, right? Right?
Right.
Right, 9-year-old kid? You're level 12, right? You got this. But we need to talk to the barkeeper here to hang up the poster in the bar to hopefully get some more visitors. And now we can go back to Undine land. Oh my god, Hoppy, what is with that burn? Anyway, we just got the matching duds from somebody that we can sell for 3,000 penny because they're useless, and I'm going to get the freeze ward instead, which does exactly as it describes. It protects you from freeze. And with that, I just teleported to the wrong place. I need to go back to the Clop midpoint.
Stop derping.
Look, I've got like 5 different routes swimming around in my head right now. So, the next area we're going to complete... I did get the key, right? No. Ah, my god. I'm gonna have to pick up some more Venture Wings. So now we can talk to the Undine Queen, whatever thingamajigger. Get the Earth Key. And now we can go back to Clop midpoint. I'm gonna safety save here because I tend to die in this area a lot.
Stop dying.
I'm gonna head to this stage first because this normally would head to the boss of the area, but I'm going to complete the stage and then promptly warp back to the midpoint because I do not want to fight the boss yet. Nice food item here. Milk makes you strong and it levels you up.
Remember, kids, drink milk to level up.
Yep. Make sure to drink your milk. If you're not a huge derp here, or your name is Eagle Captain, then you can get the Stone Ward before heading into this area, which protects you from, well, getting stoned, obviously, which the enemies in this area have a tendency to inflict upon you, but I ended up going for the Freeze Ward first, just because my route is slightly different. And, okay, could this enemy just die, please? I do not like this stage, in any capacity, mainly because of these enemies. Wow, that guy just sniped me. Either way, we're almost through this floor. I need to kill this guy because he's guarding the thing. Okay, and we're through. Kind of. Cat, please. There we go. Nice item in a chest here. These shoes increase your attack. Why? I don't know. What stage do I like the most? For me, that's a toss-up between Aplia and Serpentina, both of which, for the convenience of my sanity, are at the tail end of the run. So, it's nice to save the best for last, so to speak, and I'm probably gonna die here.
Dying.
Yeah, I'm dead. I didn't have any healing items, so... Since they since they trap you in there, there's really nothing you can do. It's kind of bull enemy design. But yeah, I'm gonna die a lot in this run, because that's just how this run works. Neither Eagle Captain nor I have managed to have a deathless run, so... If you're running this game yourself and you die, don't be discouraged. It happens to the best of us. Ow, okay. Can this guy just die, please? Okay, I don't think he's dead yet. Okay, finally. Now I can drink my milk. I like my milk. And I'm getting surrounded by these things. Okay, we're through-ish. I apologize for the fact that I am a complete wreck on commentary. This is, not how I wanted this run to go.
Stuff happens, man. Stuff happens.
What? Pardon?
Excuse me?
What? I think he hit... I think the hitbox lasted long enough to hit me twice.
Nani?
Yeah, that's... Add that to the that's never happened before counter. Oh boy, I love this game. Okay, that thing's dead. Now we got Sniper. Okay, you're dead, thank you kindly. Please get out of my life. I really should not have gone into this stage with so few methods of healing. Because I am just getting absolutely clobbered here. Okay, please get away from me! Thank you. I think that thing just stole my item. It did! Give that back! Thief? Okay, back to the second area again. I at least have more methods of healing this time.
Hey, so here's a little tip. Don't get hurt and you won't die.
Oh, shut up! Please get away from me. Whoa, okay. I think I'm okay. I really do not like fighting these things, especially not here, because your charge attacks tend to lock onto the balloons instead of the actual enemies here, so you just hit the wrong things half the time. And then, of course, you've got these things, which are
working.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
Imagine a targeting system actually working properly.
I know, it's weird. I mean, the targeting system works once you've cleared out all of the enemies, but actually doing so is quite obnoxious. And I'm through, thank God. Gonna save here real quick. Really nice items here. These will help me get some more levels. And now I can warp back to the midpoint to complete the next and last, thank God, Clop stage. Re-equip wind here. And head over to the left. Use the earth key, and then in we go.
To fund a legendary magic.
Oh yeah, this is the stage for legendary magic. This stage, unfortunately, introduces the worst enemies in the game. And it's not even these things, who themselves are pretty bad. These ghost-looking enemy things can eat a bowl of oysters, because they are the most cumbersome, obnoxious, ridiculous, agony-inducing, overall frustrating, and completely detestable abominations in this game.
Tell me how you really feel.
I just did. Fortunately, this stage has a smoked egg in it, which can help me get to level 11. These enemies here can also potentially drop donuts, which would be nice if they were to actually do it. I haven't gotten any yet. But yeah, those scythe enemies, they can turn invisible whenever they want to. They can inflict every status effect in the game on you if that scythe of theirs actually hits. And overall, they're just incredibly cumbersome to deal with. But either way, I think I'm level 11 now. Yes, I am. One switch to light here, get out of there before the scythe enemies completely ruin my day. And we're through to the last level, which I'm either going to get through this without any sort of problems, or I am going to die a horrible, miserable death. There is no in-between here. Why? Because of those bees. Okay, I need to... Careful. Oh, Christ, I angered the horde. Stop it, please! Okay, I'm out of here.
Get to that chopper.
I do not want to deal with this stage. Okay, we're through. If you hit one of those, horde of bees in that room, you trigger the entire horde, and they're all dancing around that switch you have to hit, so obviously it's not all that fun. But now I can head back to Pebble midpoint. Equip there. The next stage on our chopping block is this one over here, Pebble 11. And after we complete this stage, we are finally going to be fighting a boss again. For the first time in, like, 20 minutes. having the freeze ward here is really nice, because a lot of these enemies can inflict freezing status effect if you don't have it with you. Having that protection is just overall pretty nice. Especially against these penguin things. I'm hesitant to call them penguins because, I mean, nothing in this game makes sense.
It's a game made by Japanese people with a German name. Of course it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and the sequel's 2-2. I picked up a garb item that increases my attack, so I'm gonna put that on right now. Those gelatin jellyfish-looking things aren't too much of an issue if you can charge attack them. If you can't, however, you're in for a world of pain. Anyway, next area here, this is the last floor, and it's actually got a really neat puzzle to it, and I'm not going to mention it until I've completed it to see if you can figure it out for yourself.
It's a really neat puzzle, actually.
I don't know why I think it's interesting, it just strikes a nice tune with me. Oh yeah, the jellyfish also explode if you leave them alone for too long. Why? I don't know.
Also, there's an enemy there that named you Jelly.
Yep. This game's localization is quite the interesting case study, because it was done almost entirely, well, it was edited almost entirely by Tom Lipschultz, who has on numerous occasions expressed his love for the series in general. So this game's localization is very much a love letter to fans, for lack of a better term. Alright, so the puzzle's just about done. If you look on the minimap, all of these corridors here actually spell out numbers when viewed at the right angle. So you have to press the buttons on the corridors in order from 1 to 6, and doing so gets you a melon, which is a very nice thing to have. Can I get to level 10 from here? Wait, no, level 12? No, I can't. So I am going to do a quick save. I'm going to head back to Puck, and for whatever reason, since I got 10 of those egg things, I can exchange those for a smoked egg, and that should get me to level 12. Wait, a straw? Or not, it gets you something completely different.
Good thing you saved.
Alright, good to go. So I'm gonna rearrange my items here for the boss fight, because this is actually pretty tough. I'm gonna get me some Venture Wings real quick. Then, back down to the altar. I'm actually going to lead with Pockle, because he's better for fighting this boss than Pipiro is, even though Pipiro is the best character in the game. I'm sorry, I meant... Dying, right? Sorry, I was about to correct myself. I meant stop and die. You know what I meant.
But what if we didn't?
You've been auto-correcting me for the past hour. How do they not know what you mean? You've been drilling it into their heads.
What if they just came in, though? They haven't been here for the past hour.
Well, then they're scrubs. Alright, so this is Tsunami. We don't have any more fitting name for him, and I can't be bothered to look up the bestiary.
Looks at the bestiary. Only nerds look at the bestiary.
Pockle is nice for fighting this boss because he can absorb those projectiles that come out of the boss. At dying, yes. Which is what I'm doing right now, actually, because I'm caught in a corner. Okay, this is his main gimmick, and why can't I switch? There we go.
Fishimon.
Alright, and he's dead. That boss doesn't usually cause me too much problems, but then again, marathon luck, so it of course caused me some problems there. It also does highlight one rather annoying glitch in this game. You can't switch characters while a text box is active. So, when he's giving you that tsunami warning, you can't actually do anything. Right, so now we're going to immediately... Why am I in Mount St. Canopy?
Because you want to be there?
I think I was... Stupid one-off errors. So now I'm back down in Clop, and I need to fight the next boss on our chopping block. Those heal 50. I'm actually not doing all that bad on time, despite all of my derping. But I will need to concentrate quite a lot for this boss. Hey, Captain! What are you doing up? It's like 4 in the morning over there.
The reason why you got me instead of Captain.
So anyway, this is Rock Lobster, and Rock Lobster is annoying. Oh my god, he's doing the thing. You can manipulate him into a pattern like this, but only if he's in a very specific area on the screen. And he can also break out of it at any time, like he just did. When he's not in the manipulation, I have to just circle around him and use wind magic like this. It's not at all feasible, or efficient, but it's just about the only method we have of beating this boss at such a low level. I forgot the Stone Ward.
Good job.
How did I not notice until now?
It's because you rock.
Oh, stop it. Oh! I died while I was opening the menu. This is a bit of a nasty glitch that can happen. When you open the menu, it takes about half a second, and projectile hitboxes aren't disabled, but your movement is, so it is fully possible to die and not have you be able to do anything about it. But a humorous consequence of it is that if you go to the title screen, it gets replaced with the game over music. So yeah, that's a thing. Thankfully I saved right before, so we Gucci.
Not even playing the game and you already game over.
Ah, lordy. This is why my estimate is so long. Right. So, Rock Lobster take 2. He's probably not gonna do the manip now. Oh my god, he is. Please just hold that pose. Please. For the sake of my dignity. Oh.
Hold it right there. Don't move.
Hold up. Oh my god. Why is he giving me the best fight now? And why did I still forget the Stone Ward? Okay, now he... Oh lord, he coming.
Getting things.
But that's one of the best patterns I could have gotten. He did the projectile 3 times in a row. Get out of here! Okay. Thank goodness.
Do you even need the stoneboard after this point, actually?
No, I didn't. Which now brings me to the grim realization that we can route it out.
Oh, man.
And now for a cutscene. I'm gonna take a drink.
Dying, I'm scared.
Stop dying, I'm scared. But obviously that is not good mojo, because whatever the antagonists were attempting to do with the idols, they've succeeded and we were too late. For some odd reason, though, Masky McMaskface isn't all too perplexed by our pursuit of the idols, and he's decided to just give us this one. I don't know why, it just is.
He decides to be nice today.
But with that, we can head back to Puck, because that FMV had some pretty ominous events going on. Excuse me, I don't know why I am so gassy all of a sudden. So, we need to go and check out Aplia's temple to see what's up.
The sky is what's up.
Oh, God. There's a strange portal that's been opened in the area, and we have been tasked with checking it out. And... oh, I love this stage. This place is so good. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Aplia's Temple. Arguably my favorite stage in the game. Also, Legendary Earth Magic gets its one use in the run. It's used to open doors here and in the next stage, and then it's never used again because it sucks. Need some food. Not quite.
Legendary Earth Magic.
Yeah.
So good, we can only use it once.
Smoked egg, I'm at... Alright, and with that, I'm gonna head back down to Puck real quick. Because now that I've got that sorted out, I need to get a piece of equipment that should help me with food later down the line. I'm gonna sell my heavy wrists, heavy helmet, buy the earmuffs, and the crimson cloak. Okay.
Inventory management.
I also need to buy some more venture wings from Ramsey, so I'm gonna do that real quick. That should last me for the rest of the run. And now back to Apliest. I think one of the main reasons they wanted to name this Zwei was because it was going to be part of Falcom's sort of XYZ thing that they had going on, because they had Xanadu, then Ys, and then Zwei. So, I don't know, I guess that was their reasoning. The main reason we got the earmuffs and the Crimson Cloak is because they boost your luck, and unlike a lot of other games, luck actually means something in this game. In particular, it affects your food drop rates from enemies, and that can be quite important when we need to be a certain level by endgame. So, there's one food item in each of the next 3 stages that we are planning to save up. For this one, it's apples, which drop from these flunky-looking things. As long as I can get 5 apples from the enemies in this stage, I should be fine, because the boss of this stage also drops 5 apples, and then I can save up 10 to trade in for a melon at the bar. I've already got 3, though, so I am doing quite well. I just need to not die. Okay, that didn't drop anything. More switches to hit. That contains nothing, and over here... more enemies that drop sandwiches. I've never tried saving up sandwiches, because I've just never gotten enough of them, but that might be a worthwhile investment down the line. Okay, you didn't drop anything. Oh, wait, there's a thing I can get here with a charge attack. Oh, wait, no, I have to unequip. There we go. That gets me a muscat bunch. There is an annoying thing about the puzzles in this game. A lot of the pushy, shovey puzzles require the push mittens, and the push mittens decrease all of your stats by 1 when you equip them. So you can't just keep them on, you have to constantly switch them on and off, because it's just disadvantageous to actually equip them.
And dying is the only one who can actually push the thing, right?
Yeah, only dying can push the things. Pipiro can pull them, Stop can pull them with the magnet, but that isn't always the intended solution.
Imagine intended solutions to puzzles. No way.
Yeah. We're doing a lot of stuff the game doesn't exactly intend, despite the fact that, in the grand scheme of things, this run is rather glitchless. So that's the Golden Concourse through. Now I'm level 14. The target level I want to be is 16 before this upcoming boss fight, but I don't think I'll be able to reach it at this pace. I'll have to get some additional stuff in the later Aplia stages if I want to get to that target level. Anyway, second to last cutscene with these bumbling fools. For whatever reason, they somehow got in here before we did, and have decided to explore, and have gotten hopelessly lost. Because, how can't you?
Because GPS does not exist.
Yeah. Even though you'd get pretty darn good reception up here. Especially out here on these carpet things. The level you're supposed to be, I was supposed to enter this place at level 16, and I'm supposed to be at least 18 coming out. But ain't nobody got time for that. Okay.
You're what, like 14, 15 right now?
Yeah, I'm 14. I entered at 12.
Oh, I see.
Or sandwiches. One thing I really like as a neat detail about this stage is that you can see the world map in the background below you. When we were on the first level of Aplia, you could only see Puck from above, but now you can see all of Arges, and I don't know why that detail just consistently gets me, but it does.
It is really nice.
Ooh, this is the place where I can do the thing. So, there's a neat little sign here. Yeah, that's nice for the memes and stuff, but there's a glitch you can do by using some hotkeys. I think you can use hotkeys. Let me see here. Yep. You can combine magic by using a hotkey when you're not supposed to, and that creates some pretty weird effects. Like, for example, I just combined earth with fire, and now I'm getting fragments all over the place. Eagle Captain just told me about this last night, and he wasn't lying when he said it looked pretty cool. Alright, let's go.
I'm surprised that actually works. Somewhat intended.
Yeah, it almost seems like it's an intended mechanic, but if it were, it's not one that the game tells you about, so I doubt it was actually intended. That and, combining certain magic can have some really glitchy effects. Like, I think if you combine anything with the hook rope, then you just get complete and total glitch out.
Crash the game!
Well, it doesn't crash, it just has this weird effect where the projectile completely stays in place.
You can only combine 2 things at once, right?
Yeah, only 2. You combine the item that you open the text box with and the item you close it with. Just need to kill some of these enemies here to get some more experience. And this is one giant room with a whole bunch of switches that I need to hit, and I can never remember where they are. And I've got to deal with all of these enemies constantly working to confuse me. Hey, puckleberries, those are nice.
What will be interesting is if you're able to combine 2 items and somehow make like a credits warp or something.
I don't think that'll happen. It only works with equipable items. And somebody already tried all the combos on YouTube. I don't know. Whoa, okay, I gotta get out of here. That was nearly deadly. There should be a food item down here that I can get.
The cat is just to look cute, basically.
Oh, no, those take too long. It's not worth it. What's the deal with the cat? The cat is a companion that follows you around, and you can give it commands. Like, for example, attack this, heal that, do nothing. It's basically kind of like a second-and-a-half party member. Oof. Excuse me, please. Another kind of disorienting thing about this game is that when you're pushing these things around, the red orb represents the moon and the blue represents the sun. I don't know why, I guess it's just trying to be unique.
I think it'd be the other way around.
Yeah, you'd think, but I don't know, this game's weird. Oh right, I need to not go there. Another Venture Wing I can pick up. That'll be nice later. And we're through. Gonna do a quick save here. And we get the Light Jewel, my second favorite in the game, if only for the fact that you get it much later than the Water Gem. That's really the only reason why I like water more. So, I'm gonna warp myself back to the midpoint. Thankfully, the game gets pretty linear from here, so I shouldn't be getting as dreadfully lost as I was earlier in the run.
Yeah, the blue statue's holding a sun, and the red one, I believe, is holding a moon, so you can kind of look at that, just the colors seen backwards.
Oh. Alright. gonna switch these around.
You didn't notice that?
No.
Wow.
I don't notice anything.
I don't even run this game, and I noticed that.
Well, yeah, you're not running this game right now. You have the benefit of hindsight. In here, we can get the Champ's Gloves, which is a nice little thing that boosts your attack. I'm gonna have that equipped on me for the rest of the game. Another melon down here. The stage has a whole bunch of optional treasure you can get, but not all of it is all that good. For example, there are fake chests here, because, you know, we needed more of those.
Yay, mimics!
Alright, level 15 now. I don't think I'll be getting to 16, but I should be fine.
You need to get that sweet 16, bro.
Yeah. No, you cannot romance the cat. Please stop trying. Get some money
That would
here.
be a catastrophe.
Shut up, Pockle. These dogs drop some nice food, so I'm just gonna try to pick up some of those when I can. I'm also going to start saving up the lemons that you see dropping. I did not call them melons this time, take that, Zunar. Because lemons are the objects that I save up next stage. Suplex the cat.
Suplex the cat.
I wouldn't know, and I don't exactly want to try.
A man yells loud enough he can do anything.
Man, that sounds like me whenever I stream. Just yell loud enough and it'll turn out alright.
That's why I keep yelling at you. Stop dying. Surely yelling it enough will make it work, right?
Yeah. At some point, I'm gonna need to go back to the Gnome Protectorate and pick up a Stone Ward, but I won't have to do that immediately. I'll have to just get that done at some point before I enter the final area.
I should said earlier you don't need a the Stone Ward anymore.
Did I say that?
Yeah, when I asked you in the boss fight earlier, you said you don't need it anymore.
Oh, no. I do need it for different enemies in the final area.
Okay.
That's what I was referring to. Alright, I'll get some chicken for that. I think I'm gonna try saving up chicken this time. Because I got close my last run. Okay, so can I get to 16? Yes, I can. The issue with this boss is that for the first phase of the fight, it is completely immune to magic. So to load up on healing items, I need to switch my Crimson Cloak for my attack garb, and then go in with Pockle. He's also completely immune to charge attacks, so I need to just basic hit him to death. And it is not easy. This is one of the toughest fights in the game, so I'm gonna have to concentrate for this one.
Serious time.
Just a bit. Okay. Now for the next phase. Alright, that went better than I hoped it would, actually. So that takes a lot of concentration, because you have to just jerk dying back and forth with left and right on the controller, or A and D, to constantly hit the boss. But with that, we get a new FMV.
Yay, FMVs. Everyone loves those. Even better when they're unskippable.
I know, right? For whatever reason, the first FMV in this game is skippable, but none of the others are. But now we've got more plot. Dying's main motivation for going on this quest is because he idolizes this legendary warrior named Paradis, who fought against several demons alongside his wife or something, Tiara, in a war 500 years ago. But as it turns out, Masky McMaskface is Paradis, and Dying does not take that very well. So we've got a heartwarming scene with Stop and Dying, but now it's time to get back down to business. I gotta go to Puck, trade in my apples. Now I need to go to Gnome Protectorate. Pick up the Stone Ward for myself. I'm not going to equip it right this instant, but I will use it quite liberally in the final area. Put the Crimson Cloak back on, Light Magic here, Wind Magic here. Alright, that should be good. AO Captain showed how there's a backpack extender here that I had never seen before, so I'm gonna equip that right now so that I have some more space for the final area. And with that, we're on to the penultimate area of the game, Espina Temple, which Eagle Captain will try to convince you has the best song in the game. Don't listen to his lies. Save. And in we go to the first area called Hell's Halls, and I think with that I just got banned from the channel. As I mentioned previously, the main objects we're trying to save up here are lemons. It'll also be nice if I can get hamburgers, but then again I ate all of the hamburgers I got in Aplia, so I probably can't save them up. A good experience though, anyway. These walls have to be blown up with dynamite, which is why I bought far more than I needed back in the early area of the game. Now I don't have to go back to the vendor in Detonate Desert, because I don't want to give that swindling imbecile Rezhinev any more of my money than I need to. This area can be quite threatening, but as long as you outpush the enemies, you should be okay. And now that the shoe's on the other foot, I can kill all these foos and potentially get hamburgers and melons off of them. Lemons. Blech. Excuse me? Oh, I got pushed off. There we go. I'm sorry, RPG chick, I'm just telling what the game told me. Moving on to the second area now.
You call them melons?
Look, it's a difference of like 2 letters. Cut me some slack, man.
Nope, no slack for you.
No slack, I gotta use Discord. Wait, oh, I'm sorry, that was a terrible pun, actually. I should shut up now. This area is relatively easy to traverse. It's just one switch on one side of the level, and then you gotta go back to the gate it opens on the complete opposite side of the level. Yes, I will exercise, Beef. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a proper MP4 ripped in time, but Gyondo lives on in all our hearts. Whoa, what happened to the camera there? This area has a constant attractive force in the center that you have to dispel by hitting these 4 candles, and then once you do that, you realize that there are enemies absolutely everywhere, and you're probably gonna die.
Stop dying.
That attractive force also hurts like absolutely nothing else if you actually get caught in it, so don't. Just gonna charge attack these guys. See if I can get some more hamburgers. Yes, I can. Thank you. I've been getting pretty lucky with drops throughout this area, as well as the previous, so I'm happy with how that's going. Anyway, that's the first area done. And we get one final cutscene with everybody's favorite stooges, Tom and Natalia. Yay, they've completed their redemption arc and stuff. And now we get to never see them again, which frankly I'm all for. So how am I doing on food? Oh, I've still got puckleberries. And I've still got apples left over. Wow, I'm doing way better than I thought.
You're still mean to Tom and Natalia.
I mean, so is the game. This game is basically... Wait, no, this stage is basically one giant gate. You have to hit these 4 candles to get the final area open, but fortunately, that's the only floor to this stage. Unlike all of the other non-boss stages in the game, which have 3 levels, this one only has 1. Well, 3 floors, I should say, for lack of confusion. Yeah, this game's dialogue is a big selling point, and while that does seem kind of contradictory to the point of a speedrun, I do recommend you read it, because the dialogue is hilarious in this game. And Exceed really put a lot of care into this localization. Whoa, I'm nearly dead.
This game was released in English like earlier this year.
Yeah, this was released in English in January, over 16 years after its Japanese release. So, this was quite a stretch for them. Just got one final switch to hit. And the gate is open. I'm approaching maximum inventory space, so I'm just gonna eat some stuff here. Those tangerines you get from those dinosaur-looking things are also pretty nice. I think they give you somewhere around 650, 700 experience. So all of these enemies drop pretty good food items. And with that, we get the final jewel, the Dark Jewel, and I never use it because it is completely outclassed by light. Okay, so I'm gonna warp back to the midpoint here, and we've only got one more level in Espina to clear. Gonna do me a quick save here. And this stage upcoming is my favorite in Espina, partially because you can just flat out skip 2 levels of it, which is what I'm gonna do because I don't care.
You want to go fast?
Yeah. Why would I bother with any of that? These enemies here give me plenty of food anyway. You also get a bunch of really nice food items from the pots and chests here. So this is basically the game telling you, hey, are you not the recommended level? Well, you should be. Go eat. And we're through. So, let me see. I have not saved up enough melons yet. Wait, no, lemons. Bleh. And I cannot get to level 18 on the food items I have, so I'm just gonna have to grind this out. Alright. Hamburgers. Huckleberries. This doesn't do anything, so I'm gonna there. And I'm probably gonna die to this boss a lot, because this boss is annoying. This boss's main claim to fame is that he is a complete and total jerk. His hitbox is awkward to hit. He has a whole bunch of screen nukes and time-wasting attacks. He deals a boatload of damage. And overall, he's just not fun to fight. Especially considering he can take out half of my health in one cleave. I do not want to get hit by that attack because that is a one-shot, and its range is deceptively large. Samsara can also kill you, but hey, he went down first try. Nice. That usually doesn't happen. In the test run I did, I died like 5 times to that boss. So I am happy with that outcome.
But in exchange, you died like twice to an earlier boss.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we are too late.
You're always too late. Curse of RPG heroes.
So I think we just stepped into East 2 because Salmon Shrine just appeared out of nowhere and we've got to go raid it. And Masky McMaskface is none too happy about this. Whoever he just freed from that barrier that he unbinded of the idols, he, apparently was not supposed to do that. She did not want to be unbinded, but whatever, we get the final idol anyway. So, we get our money.
She did not want to be freed.
No, not in the slightest. We will learn the extent to which she did not want to be freed in just a bit. But with 10 lemons, we get to eat this, which is quite a nice food item. I'm going to equip the Stone Ward now, and alright. Pardon me. So now that we've got all 6 idols, we can deposit them back at the shrine and hopefully collect our monetary reward. You know, the thing we set out on this journey for.
Oh, the name of capitalism.
Capitalism! Ho! Now we just need to go to Numa's mansion to go collect on our dues. I know this is a speedrun, but I'm gonna show this full conversation. Because it's too good. Ladies and gentlemen, this game's heroine. So, long story short, we don't get our money. Because Numa is a cheapskate. But fortunately, excuse me, Tiara has woken up. Oh, right, spoiler alert. So, Tiara fought alongside Parades in a massive war 500 years ago against several great demons that terrorized the continent. The issue is that in order to keep one of the demons, Vesper, sealed away, she cast him inside Salmon Shrine, aka Serpentina, aka Ys, aka Falcom Floating Dungeon number 47, and had been constantly maintaining the seal for 500 years. And what Masky McMaskface just did was undo all of that.
Good job, Masky.
Yeah, he done goofed. So now we've got to go clean up his mess. Also, I apologize for the cough back there. I didn't mean to break any ears. Ilverd is a sequel to this game, although they're not all that related by plot. Stop and Dying do make an appearance in Ilverd, but they kind of sort of have cameo roles, so to speak. They're not the main characters by any stretch.
Masky McMaskface, that's actually what Stop calls him.
Yeah, Stop actually calls him Masky McMaskface in the intro of the game. That's not just me memeing, that's the game memeing. Which goes to show how this game's localization was handled.
But it was handled by Xseed.
Yeah. But now that the way to Serpentina, the final area, aka Salmon Shrine or whatever, is open, we can now enter. Awesome music time. Yes! I love this place. It's a very close second to Aplia for me. So I need to rearrange my inventory quick. Push mittens. And in we go. This is the final area of the game, and it throws all that it can at us.
He wears the mask because he wants to. It looks cool.
Because nobody cared who he was until he put on the mask. This area is all about puzzles and mini-boss rushes. Because there are a whole bunch of enemies that will not hesitate to ruin your life in here.
It kind of is a quest for glory in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, although it's more of a quest for money. I'm pretty much gonna kill any enemy I come across in here, because I want all of the food I can get. The target level I want to be at the end of this area is 22, and that's quite a stingy deadline to meet. Well, stingy goal to meet, because currently I'm only level 18. Actually, not even that. I think I might still be 17. I am still 17. I'm gonna eat some chicken. Now for these enemies. They are... The less we mention of them, the better, I think. They're immune to just about all magic, and as a result, the game likes to drop them in the absolute worst places. And I am getting wrecked right now. Okay, thank you. Cat's providing me with some nice heals. One last thing I need to blow up with dynamite here. That gets me a nice thing of bone-in meat. And this dungeon is the first out of all of the ones in this game to actually comprise multiple different levels. As in, it has you going up and down instead of just being a straight shot.
It's the final dungeon, though, so that means that's the only dungeon that does that, right?
Yes. Alright, now that those doggos are down... Take these enemies real quick, and then I'm gonna go back, because there's a thing I can do here. Need to equip the grappling hook for it. This is the last use of it in the game, and I'm getting wrecked here. That gets us another nice piece of bone-in meat. I will take all the food I can get from here. And now we've got a big, wide open area with a whole bunch of stuff that we need to do. First up, I'm gonna head here to trip the switch. That'll open up this area over here. Got another one of these enemies to fight. I can never actually remember the layout of this place. This is, without question, the most confusing dungeon in the game. What's my... Is there anything up there? I've actually never checked. Oh, no, it's just stuff.
Very descriptive.
Buffy speak. Pardon me for a hot minute. I prefer to go up here for fighting these things because they hit like a truck and I want to just drive them back gradually. Ugh. Oh, shoot, I ate one of my strawberries. I was supposed to save those up. Strawberries are the main object that I try to save in this area, because They give you quite a bit of experience. I think it's 750 per pop. But I also save up smoked eggs and chicken. Just to make sure that I get to level 22. Not getting to level 22 isn't exactly the end of the world, but it does make things a lot more difficult. Particularly with regard to the final boss. Oh hey, he gave me a strawberry. He doesn't usually do that.
Except for the one you accidentally ate.
I mean, yeah. But usually strawberries are the ones I have the best luck with. That and, strawberries are dropped by the enemy that happens to be the most plentiful in the final area, so I should be okay. Whoa! Why are there 3 of them? Usually there are only supposed to be 2 there. What is... that?
The game is now evolved to dry.
Add that to the that's never happened before counter. I think it's at Via now. Another backpack extender for our wayward satchel. And I've got 8 things of chicken. I might actually be able to save it up this time. So that's Serpentina Area 1 clear. Gonna do another safety save. Because the final area can get quite nasty. One last thing I need to blow up with dynamite. Another thing of bone-in meat. I'm just gonna eat that. And level 19 now. Gradually getting closer. Alright, that's 1 smoked egg. That's nice. These enemies dropped smoked eggs, which I can potentially save up if I get 10 of them to get a golden egg, which is one of the best food items in the game. The question, of course, being whether or not the enemies will be kind enough to me.
Considering marathon luck, probably not.
Well, I don't know. I've been pretty alright so far. Right. Yes, another last thing. I don't know how to count. I know, I've been whoa! I've been trying to keep up this facade of being competent, but I'm sorry, I can't count.
This is why you played Zwei instead of Ein first.
More strawberries, thank you kindly, and I think I'm gonna get dropped right into a room full of gargoyles, yes.
You sure got the drop on them.
Other way around. This room is nasty if you don't have the stone ward, so that's the main reason why I keep it around as long as I do.
Have a nice trip, see you next fall.
Stop it. I demand you to cease.
So you don't need to stop, right?
What can I eat? I don't think I'm gonna need hamburgers. Alright, 3 smoked eggs, 9 strawberries. So I'll only need 1 more throughout the other 2 stages of this place. I know, 2 levels of this place. So I should be good on that, but I don't know about smoked eggs. I'll need to get lucky with these guys. Oh, there's one. Oh. Oh well. I can probably get 1 more strawberry from these guys. Yes, thank you kindly. So, strawberry quota satisfied.
That's very good.
Hey, Ghost Kumo, thank you. Yeah, we got the whole Discord in here today.
Everybody's in today.
Okay, could you just... Thank you. Nothing down there. So, just one... Excuse me, 2 more areas to go. Oh, 1 more smoked egg. I'll take that, thank you. And a muscat bunch. Thank you kindly, Mr. Edgy Oni Samurai Guy. Man, I'm getting a ton of strawberries. Just not all that many smoked eggs.
That's not very egg-filling.
Oh, God. This run is only 15 more minutes. I only have to put up with that for 15 more minutes.
Isn't this what you expected?
Stop! Yet another block puzzle here. Okay, don't die to that guy. That would not be a good idea. Excuse me, thank you. There we go. That took far too long than it should have in a speedrun setting. Okay, how many strawberries do I have now? I have 16? I have no right to have that many. But anyway, we're at the final floor of the game, so if I'm gonna make up any lost eggs, it's gonna be now. You will give me an egg! That was not an egg! You are dead to me!
Give me an egg.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get smoked eggs. Yeah. Ah, well, you win some, you lose some. Gotta hit these balloons to spawn all the enemies, and then try to take out all of them in this complete mess of particle effects. Okay, we're through. We're almost home free.
Yeah, the run for this game was a lot longer last marathon, but Turtle and Eagle Captain have really knocked it down a lot.
Yeah, this run 2 months ago probably wouldn't even be in Aplia by now. There's just been so much optimization and grinding done to this game that it's kind of impressive. This run is 2/3 the length that it used to be.
All these egg puns in the chat are great.
It's the nature of the game, I can't deny it. And we're through. So, how many strawberries do I have? I have 18. That is ridiculous. So I'm just gonna eat the smoked eggs now. Eat the chicken. Yeah, that should be more than enough to get to level 22. I'm gonna... Actually, I don't even need to go back down to Puck. I can just eat them now. Although I will need to go back down to Puck to get some healing items. So...
Okay, your next challenge will beat the game at level 21.
Beating the game at level 21 isn't as bad as I make it out to be, but it is dangerous, so... Fortunately, if you ever run out of actual food, you can pick up healing potions from this store here, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm also gonna unequip my stone ward because it doesn't affect any of your stats come final boss time. 750, 750, yep, I'm good. So, we're ready to fight Vesper. But before we do that, I'd like to ask RPG Chick to stop the timer, because we got a bit of a thingy to do. It's a particularly important side quest that involves dexterity, shall I say.
Very, very riveting.
We interrupt this speedrun to bring you the Typing of East show. This is one of the minigames in the Undine Land arcade station. I'm incredibly grateful to High Spirits for allowing me to show it off, and it is going to be one of the weirdest things you've ever seen. It is effectively a typing tutor, except with an East aesthetic and localized by word wad. And if that's not the best combination you've ever heard of, I don't know what is. So, here we go. I'm also probably not going to be talking much because this requires me to concentrate. Oh hey, that's relatable.
East. Keep typing.
Yes,
Yeah,
easy. Don't you emote me, Kyle. The reason I do easy is because I can't do any other mode. I'm actually not a good enough typist.
Wow, what a scrub.
Hey, how about you try it?
I will, actually. Find me this game and I'll try it.
Oh, shush. All the phrasing in this is exact, and the game gets very strange with its punctuation, so... A lot of these are quite taxing on me. Especially that one.
Use magic sparingly. Use bombs wisely. He's the best typing mode.
Hey, 80 words a minute, that's actually not bad.
I am actually quite delicious.
This is where the phrases start getting weird. Especially the boss here. Because he just goes all southern drawl on you. So what on earth is that name?
I'm friggin' cold, he says. That was funny.
Okay, that one's through. Hey, 0 typos! Wait, no, that was 2. I saw the 0% and I thought it was 0 gross. I'm tired. What? Okay, what's this one? Right, Jalaldi.
Extreme.
Some of these phrases are also randomized, which is why I said that the Tialmath had a southern drawl, even though he didn't. Turns out he didn't say any of the southern drawl phrases. So, oops.
Why don't we have fish hooks on me, he says?
It's kind of a shame he didn't do the vomits excitedly one. That's the one that was in all the screenshots. They know you got lost in here.
Yeah. You shall not pass.
Shut up, Druger. Okay, now it's just mocking me.
One guy says you shall not pass, and then there was another guy 2 guys later just says pass.
Rank D, come on.
Titus, this is your life now. You are getting sleepy.
Okay.
The worst amount of altered beasts I've ever seen.
Okay. I really need to stop looking at chat. I'm hoping I don't get that one really stupid one in here.
Oh, is this the DeviantArt one? No.
No, that's the next one.
Heavy breathing.
Look, I would put down the game, but I got people to entertain.
The Book of Ethan learned the type form. Pretty much. Go to bed, he says. Are you not amused?
Stop judging me! Only a sword between... Is that a Final Fantasy VIII reference? What did you do, Wordwad? Alright, this is the bad fanfiction stage.
Only a sword from one of tradition. Yeah, it's probably a Final Fantasy VIII reference.
Trends on social media! I haven't seen that one before.
The end of the minigame. Please, enjoy.
Okay, final boss-ish.
You enjoy those pastries. You must be tired.
I mean, I am, actually. My palm is starting to stick to my laptop because I've had it placed on it for so long. What the heck? Get out of here! Okay, we're done. I'm out of here. You can start the timer again.
Aye, Darm, do Darm things in Darm Tower. Haha.
And now back to our regularly scheduled speedrun. Final boss time.
Hope you all enjoyed.
This boss can be strange.
Whoops, timer got reset. Whoops.
Oh no. I broke it again! Oh no, man. So, this boss used to be pretty much the complete opposite of what it is now. The first phase used to be pathetically easy with the water scroll, but the second phase, to compensate, was the hardest boss in the game. Now with these new strats, the first phase is actually quite a bit more difficult than it used to be. The second phase is still difficult, but it's nowhere near as awful as it used to be. The issue, of course, being that if you lose to either phase, you have to watch the FMVs again, and that is no bueno. So here we go. The name of the game here is Chain. I want to try to hit both of these targets at the same time. And preferably use as little healing as possible, because I want to save all of it for the second phase. There is a safe spot here. Well, sort of safe spot. They can't really encroach any further upon you. They can still hit you, though. This was what we used to do in the first phase of the fight, when we had the water scroll, which just allowed us to constantly heal off hits. Whoa! Get off of me! Okay, they were really uncooperative, but first phase is done at least, though I spent a lot more on healing than I would have liked to. Now for phase 2. Bear in mind that time does not end after this boss. There's still a little bit of game to do, so not quite finger on the trigger yet.
Timer's gonna matter much anyway because they got.
Well, they managed to restart it.
Yeah. Ish. Close enough.
All right. The most difficult part of this fight is surviving the first 10 seconds. If I can at least do that, then I've got a decent shot at pulling out a victory. It's just not going to be easy. Here we go. Okay, he's immediately starting out apprehensive. That's perfectly fine by me. Okay, that's fine. That's decidedly less fine. The attack I want to see him use is Mars Fist, because it's easy to dodge and it leaves him open. Moon Rosetta is not very nice, because it blocks your vision. That move is the worst, because he can actually one-shot you if he catches you. So I need to be really careful if he does the wrong attack. Fortunately, this looks like it's going really well so far. Ah! Okay. I almost thought I was dead there.
Almost jinxed it.
Okay, he's down! Oh my goodness. That gave me a heart attack and a half.
Heart attack and a half?
Yeah. Oh right, there's a phase 3 I forgot about. Great, how am I gonna... Oh, wait, never mind. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell that loud. That was just completely panicking. Okay, but that's the stressful part of the run. done with. Oof. Again, I'm dreadfully sorry. I did not mean to yell that loudly. That was completely accidental on my part. But, at the very least, the run is just about over. There's just one thing we have to do. We gotta go to the Serpent... We gotta go to the Serpent Ruins and reseal the area. So, time in 3, 2, 1, time. So that was kind of disastrous, honestly. There were a lot of things I really could have done better in that run. For starters, I could stop dying. And yes, I did wait 2 hours just to have this screen cap, because I have no wit. So, that is Zwei the Arges adventure. There's pretty much nothing else in this game that I have to show, so I should probably show myself out relatively soon.
Show your screenshots.
Oh, right. I'll probably need to upload those to, like, Steam or whatever. So, that's pretty much all I've got to show. This is a really interesting game, especially in terms of speed, because a lot of people admit to not really liking this game casually, because a lot of the directions are kind of cryptic and the difficulty isn't very even, but I've derived a lot of enjoyment from speedrunning this game, especially compared to the other game that I run, which is an hour slower and like 50% cutscenes. So, I really like the progress that Eagle Captain and I have made with this run. I'd like to thank High Spirits for giving me a chance with this and allowing me to nonsensically ramble into the mic for 2 hours. Thanks Zunar for helping me with commentary.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
I didn't do much except make puns and memes and stuff. But...
Yeah. Thanks so much to Eagle Captain, who put in so much work with this run. He really did an incredible job with just grinding this out. It's a shame that he couldn't be here to join me on commentary because he's in Australia, but his efforts have been noticed. So with that, I'm going to let the credits play out, and when High Spirits pings me telling me to get the heck off of the server, I will show myself out. So I believe up next is Quest RPG Brian's Journey, a race between Bing Chang and Pa Sama. So